Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video we're just going to go through Chaotic Space 12. Now here, as you can see, I am 2% through because I've already done a Glorian's run through of this. But what I'm going to do is I will go through all of the different synergies and what teams I am using for those different synergies as well. So let's start out with Mystifiers. Mystifiers for me has always been a team that was lacking severely, but in recent seasons, specifically with the introduction of Astrid and now Mulan, has become a very viable team option, and in fact one which I'm running in Yggdrasil at the moment. The other one is a bit of a test, which also seems to be working, but I'll show you that in a little bit. What I wanted to do is just go through and show the different artifacts available. So I'm going to unequip all. And I'm just going to show you the artifacts which I use for them. So what you can do, firstly you can go quick deploy and it will pop in all of the most relevant artifacts that it thinks you might need. So applying taunt for Dullahan and applying stun for Talos, but we're going to take these out, and what we're going to do, I've been having a lot of fun with this artifact here. So at the start of battle, every 1 speed additionally increases the chance of casting ultimate skill twice by 0.15%. Every unit has around 100 speed. Some have a bit lower, some have a bit higher, but what you can do is you can go and choose this one, increase speed by 50%, and also you increase by 50 speed as well. So these are effectively the same values, because 50% of 100 is 50 and this is plus 50 as well. So effectively you'll be getting a 30% chance to double ultimate, as well as using this one. Allies launch 1 additional strike when dealing crit damage, which means that they can potentially double, sometimes triple super or triple ult. What we're going to do though, we'll put in the splash axe as well as the healing spear as well. So every bit of healing gets converted into attack. Just a little bonus there as well. What I will do, I'll go and pop this one in. Or in fact, let's go ahead and pop you in, and then let's increase. In fact, that's it. So we'll do that. The other one, which I think is quite important, increases the duration of debuffs applied by allies by 100% rounds, and stack limit for the corrode effect by 20. So effectively, what this does is if a corrode effect applied lasts for 3 rounds, it will now last for 6 rounds, and if the stack limit for the corrode starts at a minimum of 5, it will then increase to 25. So just something to keep in mind there. So let's go ahead and jump into this battle and see how well we do. I don't expect to fail because there is no special boss. Now if we do get up to a special boss, I will show you what I mean by that as well. So as you can see, we've got our splash damage here, and our burn effect and corrode effects taking effect. So we'll be applying a lot of the burn stacks and also the corrode stacks as well, because our limit has increased, and because every time we do apply something, we will in fact get those added on. So our hindrance has been applied, which means enemies can't gain any further buffs. They can only gain debuffs, which is a very powerful effect. And we do get the overheal from Catherine there as well. So a good setup all around. Mulan, one of my new favourite units. I would say she's up there with Audrey. I would say she's up there with Leandra. And I would say she's up there with, yeah, so as you can see, triple super there, or triple ultimate from our Talos, and the splash damage to finish things off. So splash damage, I've recently just acquired that as well, so just something to keep in mind. Now my Mystifiers were quite high. I think they are slate 4, epic 4, In order to get to this, I had to choose four synergies. I chose the two new ones, Elysians and Astrals. I also chose Ethereals and Mystifiers, but those are just my two strongest teams. I chose the Ethereals specifically for Guild Clash as well, so just something to keep in mind there. Now, this is the the Doom synergy. Now, I had my previous setup like this, so we're going to remove these. And we'll go ahead and add in... Where have you gone? The armor. Yes, there you go. So the armor gets added in, and we've got 3 more to add. So let's go ahead and add in crit rate and damage boost as well. Let's go ahead and jump in. This should be fine. So this is a pretty standard Dooms setup. You've got your 2 frontline units. The reason that I put Leandra on the front line is because she's got more of a chance to be hit on the front line typically than if she is on the back row. And you don't want your frontline units dying. There's nobody else really to replace her besides potentially Madeline, but Madeline will die quite easily as well. So as you can see, in one round, all of them went down. It's because of the percentage. I think it was up to about 1200% reflect rate in that, so it's dealing a lot of damage. Now onto Avengers. So the Avengers are a bit different as well. Let's go ahead and see what Quick Deploy says. It says the count of passive effects triggers when a unit dies is increased by 1. So that means that when a unit dies, Janna will get double stacks and Celine will get double stacks as well. And also after triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack. I think we can do better than that though. So let's take you out. And let's go ahead and put you in as well. So dealing damage has a chance to inflict... yeah. Let's go ahead and... Sorry. Add you in. We'll save. The 3 artifacts that I'm using, if you don't know, splash damage, so increases... has a 50% chance to inflict splash damage, 100% of the damage dealt to all enemies during battle, and keeps backline allies alive, minimum of 30% as long as frontline allies are alive, and converts 3% of healing into attack. So, now what I've done is I've taken out an Avenger and replaced that Avenger with Leandra. Normally I would run Althea in this slot where Leandra is, but what I've done is gone for Mystifier's synergy as well. Elysian synergy as well, rather than the full Avengers, because it's a banish effect, and although the banish effect is great in PvP, it won't really affect higher levels later on in PvE, especially in stuff like the Hell mode, or in this sort of environment, in the cube, it won't really affect things. So we'll jump in. Relics are as normal. You can replace this with the healing vase, and this with Blades of Chaos. If you don't have these two, you definitely do need to acquire a Hand of Tyr, because it's one of the most powerful relics in my opinion, just below Spear. So just something to keep in mind. I would definitely suggest getting a copy of that as soon as you possibly can, if you do have it, or if it is possible. And you can do that through various different methods, but primarily you would obtain legendary relics through summoning on the relic. So for example, you would summon for your relics, and you need to do up to 100, and then you get 30 legendary relic shards as well. So over quite quickly, especially with that impact of splash damage. Looks like it was 2 rounds, maybe 3. Nope, 2 rounds. Spot on. Again, this stage of cube is relatively easy for me, just because I do have the full things here, or the full setups. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into Elysian's trial. Now, I'm I was using this as an Elysians team because, as you can see, we've got 5 Elysians in there. Every unit in here, despite being an Avenger, except for Leandra, is also an Elysian. So just something to keep in mind there. But what I'm going to try is I'm going to go all the way down. I'm going to try these 2 in the front slot. And then we're going to try potentially having Avengers as backup. The reason that I'm going to put Sal in here is because if I go to his talents here, he increases attack boost stacks limit by 15 and increased damage stacks by 15 as well. So we're going to go you, and then what we're going to do is pop you in, and then we're going to pop in where have you gone? We need one more Elysian, and we need them to be a striker, really. So the only viable option really is Nyx. So I'll pop you in as well, pop Nyx in. And what I want to do is I just want to show off this interaction between Wukong and Dahlia as well. So we'll quick deploy. I'm going to take you out, don't need you. Keep you in, keep you in, keep you in. And then we've got room for one more. Pop you in just because we can. I don't think it'll matter too much, but I just want to show off the interaction between Wukong and Dahlia as well. And the reason for that is every time somebody switches with Wukong, I believe he will gain an additional attack, or an additional basic attack when he does attack them. So as you can see, we switched here and we copied all of his buffs. What we want to see is whether or not the attack stack, how high it can go. So there's Wukong again. He switched 3 times now, and I just want to see whether or not, yeah, well, splash damage from Nyx doing the job there, but there you go. So 1,000 million. That's not bad actually. Not bad at all. Nyx still outperforming by a mile. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Nyx doing the most here, but as you can see, the interaction between the front 2. Now, the reason that I wanted to show that off is because I think that having those 2 in the front row, when Wukong has 7 stars, is going to be mental. So whenever Wukong triggers the swap effect, Wukong and the swapped ally gain 1 stack of holy shield and he performs a basic attack. Now if you get him up to 7 stars and you swap him out with Dahlia and they keep switching, when he uses a basic attack there's a 50% chance to dispel the enemy. Now this is his second passive, so when Wukong or an ally kills an enemy, the trigger will swap effect 1 time. After Wukong triggers the swap effect, the number of basic attack hits increases by 1 up to 10 times. So effectively, every time he swaps, he'll be doing 10 basic attacks. I think, don't hold me to it, but I think that was the intention behind it. So just something to keep in mind. We've already done a Valiantas, but this is the oh, we've not actually, but this is the Valiantas team that I was running previously. Those were the relics that I had. We'll keep these in, and we will do the standard. Deploy you. Yeah, never mind. Deploy you, deploy you. And then we'll go for you as well. Right, save, and then battle. So standard Valiantas team. You've got Leandra, Nyx, and Macaria, all deviants, and you do have Elma, who is Celestial, and Atrop's there to give a damage boost to the rest of the team if required. But as you can see, splash damage and the double trigger on crit can be really, really powerful. Yeah, so easy sweeps here. We go ahead and skip. We don't need to see anymore. Yeah, Leandra doing the most there. Right, and then we do have a couple more to do. So we'll go with ethereals. Now this is the ethereal setup that was running previously. So if we go ahead and have a look, my Lysandra here, only 1 star. And then Wukong only 1 star as well, but I guess we could take these 2 out and we can pop these 2 in. One sec. Gonna activate this synergy. So that we have a full ethereals team. I don't think this will work as well as previously. So quick deploy. Yep, this is absolutely fine. Go ahead and save, and then I think we should be able to blitz through this. If we don't, we don't, and I'll just change it up. But again, I think that Wukong without a switcher, so specifically without Dahlia, he's going to really struggle. He's going to really struggle. So we did switch here, but it's because he is an Elysian. That is the seasoned synergy kicking in. It is not. It is not thanks to his passives or anything like that, because his passives are on death. So as you can see, he switched twice with Eudora because she killed 2 enemies. That was because of his passive. And it is really, really important just to make sure that you differentiate between that, because what you need to take into consideration when you do judge a unit is how good they will be after the season has finished. So how good they will be after. We'll run through Glorians just very quickly. This is the Glorian setup that I had, and then needed 1 more in there. So increase attack, sure. This is the Glorian setup, pretty standard. I've been very impressed with Audrey. I did manage to get her exclusive runes as well. The problem is when your Seraphina heals and she's been hit with a healing rupture from Eudora, she will effectively, your Seraphina will mostly kill her, and then the enemy Seraphina will then finish her off, because she'll gain half the healing that the enemy team will get. And when you've got her 4 red runes, she steals all healing. So any team that relies on healing will be they won't be able to heal. So yeah, very powerful unit. Now we've done Avengers, done Ethereals, Doom's missed. Looks like this is the last one. So for me, this is the dragon team that I have been running. What you can do is you could take out any one of these units, and if you are struggling, you can replace them with Shield and Elma as well. So go quick deploy, and this is the one. So Divine Dragon's attack boost effect is applied to all allies every round. That is a massive increase. If you have 5 Astrals on your team, then it will increase up to 1000% your attack. So just something to keep in mind. And this is the setup. So you've got the axe, you've got the extra strike on crit, and then you've got this, which is the awaken. So landing a crit has 10% chance to trigger awaken, and 1 stack of sanctuary for 3 rounds as well. So sanctuary makes you invincible, and awaken gives you attack and defense up to there. So let's go ahead and see how well we do in this one. Again, what I tend to do is I will tend to take out Catherine for this, or Mulan. Typically, probably Mulan I would take out, and then I will put Elma in that front slot, just for more survivability. If your units aren't strong enough, then it can be a very, very powerful effect. But as it stands currently, the enemies just don't have enough health to take the damage that we're going to put out. So as you can see, Eudora here, I suspect will do 4 no, sorry. She will. Well, she killed 4, but she will do 2 ults, and then on the next round, I have had, given the artifacts that you can put in, I have had Eudora ult 5 times in 1 round on this team at 1000% increase. So I think that is everything. So we've done Ethereals, we've done Glorians, Avengers, Dooms, Mystifiers, Elysians, and Dragons. So that is everyone. So I'm going to leave it there because we're at about 20 minutes already. We'll go ahead, claim our goodies, and then we will leave it there. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or need any help, please do let me know down below. If you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it'd be really appreciated. Thanks for watching. You have a good day.